Now, it's becoming increasingly clear that reducing emissions and switching to renewables can only end in disaster. Common sense told us this from the start. You don't create wealth by conjuring carbon credits literally out of thin air and turning them into worthless assets designed to limit industrial activity, or by subsidising inefficient, expensive and unreliable energy sources, or by locking up arable land to soak up carbon dioxide, which is actually essential for life on Earth. Nor do you place an entire nation's well-being at risk because pseudo-scientific models have predicted some sort of Armageddon if we don't. Modelling is not science, and life on Earth is not on some fixed trajectory that can only be altered by taxing the poor and forcing them to drive expensive battery-powered cars. Even if human activity was dramatically altering the climate, and there is no evidence that it is, but even if it was, the solution would not be achieved by an unelected or unrepresentative elite imposing restrictions and dictatorial edicts on the rest of us. History has repeatedly shown that innovative solutions to problems are found not by committees of bureaucrats, but by individuals working freely and inspired by their own imagination. Anthony Albanese, Tanya Plibersek and Chris Bowen, being lifelong politicians, have no appreciation of this. Instead, they see themselves as messiahs sent by Gaia to solve the greatest challenge of our time. What they refuse to see now is that the catastrophic result of their supposed solutions are plainer than ever to behold. In Britain, energy prices are so high, people are choosing not to heat their homes or even cook toast for breakfast, according to the Weekend Australian. In Germany, energy is being rationed because the country that was once the powerhouse of Europe can't produce enough energy to satisfy demand. And in the United States, petrol prices have tripled since Joe Biden put a stranglehold on domestic oil production. This is the future that Albo, Plibersek and Bowen are creating for Australia. Offering an alternative to this should be a no-brainer for the Liberals and National parties. Why aren't they? To answer that, let's bring in my usual Monday guest, the eminently sensible Gideon Rozner of the Institute of Public Affairs. Gideon, welcome to the show.
Great to be here. It's not often I get called eminently sensible, but I'll take it, my friend. I'll take it.
You're always sensible here, mate. First, let's talk about the obviously catastrophic consequences of reducing emissions and switching to renewables. Gideon, is there anywhere in the world where this has been done successfully?
Not even close, Fred, not even close. The fact of the matter is it's failed everywhere it's been attempted. As you said, it's gotten so bad in Britain that people are rationing their own energy. So as a result, even Boris Johnson, the uber green Boris Johnson, who believed very strongly in the build back better net zero paradigm, has called very sensibly for a pause on Britain's net zero commitments. In Germany, as we all know, they're scrambling to get their coal plants back online and have ditched plans to mothball their nuclear plants because the German green energy dream, once hailed as the model and the beacon for all other countries showing that net zero and this over-reliance on renewables was possible, that has failed in the wake of the fact that the whole time it was only dependent. The only reason it worked was because they had a pipeline of Russian gas to underwrite the whole thing. Without that, it all crumbled. The fact of the matter is that renewables on a good day provide about 10% of the energy needs of the entire world, and that's despite billions and billions and billions of dollars in subsidies over a very, very long time, not to mention the keen interest of groups like BlackRock and all the feel-good triple bottom line investment outfits of the world. So this technology is not yet at the stage, if it ever will be, that it can work. Rushing it onto the market for ideological reasons is having the disastrous effects that you've mentioned in your opening editorial.